Good Friday morning, your Loudoun County Weather Outlook. It is going to be another hot and humid day. Just a slight chance of some showers and storms maybe this afternoon and evening. That slight chance of showers and storms happens tomorrow as well, with highs in the mid and upper 80s. And then in the low to maybe even mid 90s on Sunday, pretty hot. There could be a shower or storm late on Sunday evening, which will bring in a little bit cooler weather as we go into Monday. Highs only in the mid 80s, and humidity will come down a little bit. And then the rest of the week, next week, will be low to mid 80s at tops. All week long. Some showers maybe Wednesday through Friday. I have to watch mainly during the afternoon. Nothing too widespread from what I can tell, but possible. So here we'll watch it through the forecast here. So this is today. Yeah, some chances of some afternoon showers and storms, and this going into Saturday as well. So maybe there's some moisture, enough moisture around to wring something out. As we go into Sunday, it doesn't look too wet or anything. It's really dry and pretty hot with strong southerly winds. Pretty dry conditions. But late Sunday evening, this is when the front here is pushing through to bring cooler temperatures on our Monday. Highs in the mid 80s. We're just fighting the borderline between the cooler and the warmer air. It won't be too far to our south. So we'll have to watch. Then Tuesday, same thing. We do see this major hurricane off the East Coast. This is Aaron. Aaron will probably intensify up to at least Category 3, maybe even a Category 4 briefly. But it looks like it's going to go between Bermuda and the East Coast. Now, the East Coast will be impacted by high surf. And due to this high to the north and this low kind of coming into it, we could get a fetch off the easterly wind. So that's why we're talking about some showers around starting maybe Wednesday with that easterly fetch. Bringing moisture off the ocean. The high to the north, bringing it in. You can even see some colder air damming up here against these mountains. That's why we'll be in the low 80s, and that's also why we get a chance to get the showers. Probably overnight, even a chance of some fog because it'll be pretty humid, even though it's in the low 80s. Later in the week, again, that easterly flow off the ocean is what's causing all that rain to show up on the forecast. We'll have to see how much we get, but daily we'll have a chance of some showers. It'll be kind of cloudy on and off, so that's kind of what we're looking at. The forecast, ironically, is not as wet as what this model here shows, so maybe we'll up that forecast a little bit later in the week. This is not a major overwhelming change to cooler air, but definitely cooler than it has been. We get some moisture, to our south, and we're just getting influenced by northwest flow here. So I wouldn't say it's going to be super cool. As a matter of fact, by next weekend, I think we're going to warm back up into the upper 80s, maybe even 90 degrees again, with the way that this looks. So that cooler shot that we were originally looking at kind of got shunted and change just based on the way things work. That's what forecast models do. Now the west is starting to really heat up, and this ridge pushing up should allow the system to, or the way the high works, the clockwise flow should start to bring down cooler air into the East Coast. So even though we're not going to be as cool as it originally looked, it does look like it will be cooler than normal with influences of Canadian high pressure in the long range, at least for the time being. This ridge out to the west is really stuck here for a while. We'll have to see if it has any chance of maybe moving eastward in the long term. Here's another low that the GFS is showing as a major hurricane out in the tropics, but I'm not sure if that'll be true. This just looks like, due to cold air damming, maybe we're not as warm as we could be, but it doesn't look very warm or cool. It looks very seasonal, actually. Hopefully this doesn't come true. I don't think you should count on anything this far out on the models, but that's kind of what it's showing at this point in time. So it's a good way to look to see how we're doing with temperatures above or below normal. Go to the 850 millibar charts and look at the forecasts. Again, as of now, we continue above normal on our temperatures and the heights, so that means we're still staying pretty warm. And that's true today, even all the way into Sunday. So pretty hot conditions. It's on Monday that we get a little bit of action off the ocean and stuff. That's why we're cooling down some. It's not cool. I mean, it's still above normal, I guess, in the upper atmosphere. To near normal, which isn't too bad. Low to mid 80s, that's pretty typical. So that's very seasonal. It's not really below normal, or it's just a touch below normal. Now, as the hurricane goes to the east, it does bring down some cooler air for a few days with Thursday, Friday. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I see warmth returning next weekend before maybe a reinforcing shot in the long run of some cooler air. But that's not, that may not be all true. It may actually warm up quite a bit. So we'll have to see how things pan out. All right, so that's it for that. Now, that is our forecast. So, I mean, you see it, and maybe we're going to warm back up after this cool down. It looks like it was going to be cooler, at least in my book, the way things were looking, and now the models are showing maybe that's not true. So that's something we'll have to watch out for. And now I'm going to jump over to just show you kind of what's going on with Aaron, if you're interested in it. So this is Zoom Earth. The Zoom Earth is an awesome tool. If you're not using it, definitely recommend it. You can zoom in, it's free. You can go in and see information. And here is a strong tropical storm Aaron trying to get its organization still together, still wrapped in some dry moisture, dry air overnight, which slowed down that strengthening. But it is up to 70 miles per hour this morning. And here's the forecast track. You see that it's going to start curving and curve just off the East Coast. Again, there will be influences of easterly winds, strong easterly winds as this thing moves. So as we go along here, they do expect by this afternoon for it to come up to a hurricane strength. Here we go to Category 2, and then at Category 3 we get a major at 115. Expecting that early Sunday morning. Now this is, subject to change depending on how well it keeps its act together. Forecast modeling really is difficult once you get beyond about a 3-day period. And it's saying by Monday early morning, this could be a Category 4 hurricane. And then it's going to drop off again to Category 3. I don't know. We'll just have to see. That's what the models are kind of showing. It looks pretty impressive here on the satellite. You'll see as the sun catches it, you'll see the change to a visible view of the satellite. And that's what it looks like as of this morning. And it looks like we're going to be fortunate along the East Coast and have this thing miss us. All right, that's all I got.